Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Allen with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Allen the bounce pass. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
From 17 feet out.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. To the middle. Here's Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Now Doncic. Over Allen. A nice shot by Doncic.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
And it's sent back by Allen. And Albuquerque with the possession. O'Neal outside. Back to Allen. Reeves with the rebound. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And that one, good.
Boy, Austin Reeves is a handful in that mid-range area.
Pass to Shaq. Now Williams. To the inside. O'Neal with the steal. Taken away by Williams. O'Neal drives in. And the basket is good. O'Neal's got 5 now.
And how many guys, 7'1", 325 pounds, can put the ball on the floor and go to the rim like Shaq? He is a physical force.
We've got 1:48 left in the first. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Here's Allen after Luka Doncic's bucket. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. There's O'Neal with the 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Oh, good work by Yao, spotting the open man. That isn't usually a big part of what he does.
Pass to Lindenborg. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. And it's sent back by Allen. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Randolph. And Randolph throws it down.
Yeah, he had options there. Decided to do it himself, and it was a good decision.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, I remember you. Always doubted on the kid. What they tend to do. In terms of motivation, what they said to you. Hate mail all day. It's the price that you pay. In the Hall of Fame, can't get like this. It's gonna take patience. Work constant. Check up steady maintenance. You might lose homies.
Here's Roy. Three seconds left. No good on the layup.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And so here's Albuquerque. They trail by 1. And it's Randolph penetrating. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And it's Donovan Clingan with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
When he gets the ball in close, Yatsu wants to finish with authority.
Roy attacking. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Allen for 3. They get it back. Clingan with the steal. Stolen by Randolph. Poked away. And stolen by Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And look, that's just the guy getting to his spot and making the defense pay.
Outside, Olajuwon. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Albuquerque making a change here. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Williams. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. No good with the triple. Cunningham with it. Defended by Reeves. And at the top of the key, Williams. Pass to Cunningham. 5 to shoot. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
And stolen by Elijah Wan. Inside. Allen with the ball. Still scoreless. 6 on the shot clock. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off here. Cunningham for 3. Rebound by Williams. Wagner on the wing. Thomas up top. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Strong defense affecting that shot. Good job staying active.
No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That is his first foul of the game. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's Cunningham with the drive.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Here's Reeves. The 3 ball. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Releases. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
A dynamic scoring guard. Reeves looks for his spots and is proven to be a very good shooter.
Pass to Lindenborg. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
Here's Reeves. Misses the chippy right there.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range.
Throughout a game, Reeves will find every which way to score.
And Wagner over to help. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Lindenborg. Here's Elijah Wan. And it's Elijah Wan with the jam.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Right side, Roy. Three-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Roy's got 8 points.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make. Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Now here's Roy. 8 points for him. Doncic, bounce pass. There's O'Neal with the three. Drops in the tray. O'Neal's got his second bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The shot's good from Roy.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Doncic, no good. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they double up Cunningham. Williams with a clean look. And again, Albuquerque with a triple.
I just love to watch Cunningham orchestrate. At his size, that passing is elite.
There's the screen. Doncic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The third quarter comes to a close. Up 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Albuquerque trails by 5. And here is Williams. Down low. Here's Allen. Rebound Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
He just makes scoring look so effortless. It's why you love watching Roy play the game.
Here's Lendenborg. That three off the mark. Now here's Doncic. Outside Roy. 5 on the clock. The three doesn't go.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Good work there as it goes down.
And Cunningham's size at his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates.
For the finish, the rim robber, making no mistake.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Oh, one-handed.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Tipped away. Doncic with the steal. Thomas. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. .143 left in the fourth. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Daniels. The three is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, that's impressive defense by Wagner. He gets himself into great position.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though.
Great atmosphere in this building tonight. The fans were primed for this game.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
And Derek Williams is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead.
Well, when he's on the floor, Dyson Daniels gives you uncapped energy. He's really committed to going all out. Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Now Cunningham, and they double up Cunningham. Allen outside to take the lead. Knocks down the 3.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And he drains the jam.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Double team on Williams. And he banks the layup in.
What a moment there, stepping up big time.
Outside Daniel. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Daniels with the steal. Now Reeves. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And guys, it all comes down to this one shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
Williams fires. Misses the 3. And so Albuquerque takes the win. This win, such a Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation. The atmosphere in this building is electric as we get a chance to see an energized college player plugged into the roster. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Stolen by Reeves. Six to shoot. The three for Doncic. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for Albuquerque. And a four-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
And a deep three from James. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here is Yao. There's O'Neal with the three. It's good from long range.
Returning fire. Love to see that competitive spirit out there. And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Here's LeBron on the wing. Doncic. Back to LeBron. Reeves outside. Screen by O'Neal. Reeves with it. Now guarded by Towns.
How about Shaq with the mid-range there, showing a willingness to step out and expand his game.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Here's LeBron. Oh, look at that!
That's just unbelievable.
He almost got too much air on that one.
Yeah, the man can fly. What a show.
Man, I wish I could do that just one time.
Pass to Yao. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Over Daniels. And it's Doncic missing.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The kick out to O'Neal. Lets it go from the wing. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here is Daniels. 51 seconds left in the first. Pass to Thomas. The three. Wagner. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, he's always got a nose for the ball. Franz Wagner capitalizing on good position.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Lindenborg. Good, and the assist goes to town.
A skilled big. Lindenborg has the ability to step out and stretch the floor. What a valuable skill.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Albuquerque leads by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Now, Green. Pass to Chambers. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got 6 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
Outside Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wagner wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Wagner's got his second bucket.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
In the corner, Daniels. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Klingon. Wagner on the wing. Outside Daniels. To the paint. And stolen by Wagner. Puts up a deep three. Here's Duncan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Klingon. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Comes out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Chambers got the lead up to 4 now for Albuquerque.
Taking what the defense gives him and showing how effective his jumper can be.
Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Right side, Roy. O'Neal outside. 6 on the shot clock. To end the run. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
Here's Chambers. Rebounded by Chambers.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Left side, O'Neal. Roy from outside. And so that brings the first half to a close. Albuquerque out in front. They lead by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Out left to the wing. Back to James. No good on the triple.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Oh, nice job getting the hand up and altering that shot.
Here's Lindenborg. Drills it from outside. Lindenborg's got 6.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc. O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Flashing his athleticism there. I like when Daniels goes right at the rim.
And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
Obviously, Yao is just so huge. Defensively, it's almost impossible to guard him legally.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Yao. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
Roy from outside. And Lindenborg pulls it down.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And what an excellent way to end that possession. There was some power on that throwdown.
Daniels with the steal. Launches it. Lindenborg, good. Lindenborg's got the lead up to 14 now for Albuquerque.
There's the competitive fire of LeBron, getting those 3 points right back, always quick with an answer.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Oh, great job of keeping the play alive. Klingon using that reach to secure that one and get the second chance look. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Pass to Wagner. And stolen by LeBron. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Gobert. And they pick up 2. Gobert's got 9 points.
Well, you know, Gobert is only going to shoot it when he gets a high percentage look like that.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, a nice focused shot in the mid-range. I like that look.
And a wide open look for Daniels. No good from outside. Out of bounds, it'll be Albuquerque's ball. And so it's Albuquerque. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Albuquerque leading by 11. Here's LeBron. On the wing, Daniels. Back to James. 5 on the clock. And he drives in. And the dunk by James.
Oh, big night for LeBron. I mean, what's new?
Pass to Klingon. Doncic looking it over. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And so here's Albuquerque. 13-point lead. Gilgeous-Alexander goes up and puts it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
It's James. He slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Tracking that ball all the way. Strong defense at the rim.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Now, here's Doncic. Shoots the 3. Thomas. Oh, the slam dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Now Thomas. And down goes the 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for Albuquerque. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Towns. Clock at 4. Puts it up. And it misses.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Wagner. James. From range, LeBron is good.
Oh, you got to run LeBron off the ball there.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Austin Reeves. O'Neal there for the rebound. Here's Wagner. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Well, with his size and athleticism, it's not hard for Wagner to get up there.
From deep, he drills the three.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Wagner. Off target from outside.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
What a moment there. Stepping up big time.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And so Albuquerque takes the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment.